And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Easy Sports. And today I'm joined by Threshold, Silen. Gentlemen, you good?
Nah, no one is
Uh,
good. No one is good.
uh,
Uh, bro, I'm
uh,
not good.
I
Oh,
mean, look
I'm
at
not.
me. I'm even sporting red today.
I know it's cool. It's cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys were also playing. I forgot, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I won't lie. I didn't check out your game, Silen. Let's start off with your game. We'll save the best for last. We'll save the banter for last. But yeah,
Nah, I
did
think
you watch?
yeah, I did. Let's start
So
with
you
let's
want
start with you because I think
to
Onke will join later on. Let's start with the pressing matter that needs to be
yeah.
addressed. The
Oh
elephant
yeah,
in the room.
the major upset that was caused at Wembley by
The
Manchester United.
the elephant in the room that cheated Coventry of the
oh,
greatest comeback of living
oh.
ugly.
Nobody
Yo,
got
I don't know. Okay, I
turned
don't know if you guys watched your
by.
own game, like the whole game.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
I won't lie. I watched up until the 60th minute. Then I had to make my way back from Soweto to the north, and the
Was
score was
this
3-0 when I
Yeah, was
left.
this you thinking, nah, it's fine, I can have myself a safe,
Ah, how would you?
stress-free
safe
journey.
journey.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was like stress free. Let me, hop onto the freeway, head back. Hi, when I arrive at my parking bay, I check just to see the scoreline. I'm like, huh? 95th minute, 3-3. I'm like, hi, cheers.
you're thinking
Nah,
it's a
nah,
yellow
nah.
it's a yellow card count. It can't be the
Then
score.
yeah, and then I sent the screenshot to you guys, and I'm like, guys, is the score really 3-3? Or maybe I'm seeing things. And then yeah, Onke responds, yeah, bro, it's 3-3.
So
Yeah,
I
I couldn't believe
okay,
it. Yeah,
I'll let Trishul go, and then I'll in. Your
yeah, yeah.
feelings around it.
I'm still in disbelief, man. I'm still in disbelief. This is not a Premier League side. This is a
Mm-hmm.
championship side that are sitting in the middle of the table. I think they're like seventh or eighth,
They ate.
something like that.
They ate.
Eighth.
Yeah.
And the thing is that after the third goal, I think that was the first time in a long time where I'm like, hey, we're cruising. We're
Yeah.
actually cruising here. The first goal goes in, I'm like, okay, you know what, it is what it is. You know, it happens. You know, we'll probably just get another one, everyone goes home happy. The second goal, I don't know if you saw it, X.
Yeah.
Why is Onana taking the knee and saying Black Lives Matter when the ball is going above him? I promise you, I promise you, any goalkeeper in the world stands and catches the ball. This guy said no.
I, your
I,
boy.
I fully. But look, even then, guys, you're
Uh,
a goal up against a team that's in the middle of the table in the championship, and
yep.
then go
But
and
I
give
think
away
I
a
think
penalty.
that's the beauty of these cups that you have, where they mix
100%.
up,
Yeah.
um, because it gives you a view that the championship is not far off. I think the problem comes in when they have to go toe to toe every week with the big
Yeah.
boys.
Mm, mm,
But
mm,
$100%.
if they
mm,
rallied up and it's a weekend, it's an outing for these guys. You see how packed the stadium was on
mm,
Sunday. On
Yeah.
Saturday, City struggled
mm,
picking up
mm.
Wembley, but
I saw.
Coventry,
Empty,
a
empty,
a
empty.
championship side, comes
Yeah.
in and packs the stadium. So when they were just before the game started, and they panned this camera view. I don't know what to call it, but like it's literally a pan of the whole stadium, the whole Wembley Stadium. The amount of light blue that was on the
Mm,
like thinking to myself, I get it that they were the home team, so they were allocated more seats as compared to Man United.
Mm.
But still, that was beautiful to watch.
mm,
And
Yeah.
on the game, so I'm watching 3-0. I decide let me move over to the Liverpool game just to check what's going
mm.
on. And
Yeah.
then on live's thingy, I get an update that it's 3-1. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, that should be interesting. Um, as I move back to Man United, it's 3-2, and I say this: Man United is going to concede on the 90th minute, because I
Mm,
don't know if you guys have noticed in the last 4 or 5 games that you've played, the
Yeah.
last 5 minutes of every game you are bound to concede. I think this
Mhm.
started not
terrible.
even with Chelsea. It started with
Brentford.
was it
It
Brentford?
was
Yeah, it was with
Brentford. Yeah.
Yeah.
it was
Brentford.
Brentford,
Yeah.
where you had scored smash and grab, and
Yep.
then right after scoring, you allowed them. Same thing happened with Chelsea. So that in itself tells you that there's no game management from the senior sides. Sorry, from the
Mm,
senior players, where they have
Yep.
to because in as much as I feel you've got a youngish up and coming squad, there are
mm,
senior players that need to stand up. Um, my favorite player,
Mhm.
not so favorite player, Bruno. You can't fault him. Like, gents, we all hate this guy because he's a prick. He's a grade. I won't say this DICK,
Tuchel
but
loves
he showed up. He showed up for you guys yesterday.
mm. Goal and
come.
assist in the
But you know
semi-final.
what's the
Should
thing,
have been two
guys?
goals.
Yeah. But my thing is that we shouldn't be saying stuff like that against Coventry. Like you showed
Yeah.
up.
Well,
Yes.
this is where you are now. So I think
It,
let's
Mm.
but
let's
still,
let's
but
nitpick.
still,
Let's
I'm not
nitpick.
gonna accept where I am. Fuck no,
But
no,
but
bro.
you can
Like
only
nah.
beat what's in front of you, X. You can only beat what's
Yeah.
in front of you. Like I look, we
Oh,
all want high standards, but
Yeah.
you know what? If it was City that was in front of us yesterday, I don't think anyone is scoring or getting an assist.
Yeah. You see.
well, your player, Mr. Anthony or whatever his name is, was doing somersaults after you guys won. And the
That
beauty of
is
of
a
of, of that picture
disgrace.
of your number one striker scoring the penalty
Let
was
me
a crucial.
let me share. I've got it here. Sihle, and for a change, I got some.
It's embarrassing
It's
when you look at it
embarrassing,
from both
bro.
ways. Like the over celebration from Anthony is just you don't do that. Like yes, I
Oh,
understand this striker. I think he scored his pen and then he shushed the United fans. Like okay,
Yes,
you know what? That's fine. But look at Harry Maguire. We scored the winner. He didn't celebrate. The first thing he did was he
went
turned
over.
and he shook their hands.
yeah.
That was very mature of him. Unlike him,
Mm,
with his big head, very very mature of him.
mm.
Actually, I was like, yeah, brilliant, brilliant.
You mean for that
Um,
the big head part? Come on, Sihle, you rough there,
no, but like
bro.
he scored, didn't he? Score, didn't he?
Yeah,
That ball
something
had
like
Yeah,
no
that.
he
chance. The
did.
corner that came in.
Mm.
Yeah. Let me just play this for you guys. That I can't zoom it in because it's gonna make a noise, but here it is essentially. And here's Rasmus. Look at the team, yeah.
It's, I think they're
Like,
embarrassed more than anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
and then
and and the thing is with Rasmus, I can understand where he's coming from. It's his debut season and it's a crunch penalty. I get it that it's against the championship side, but if he misses
yeah.
this, he hasn't had the best of starts in the EPL. He misses
Mm,
We
this,
do need to have a
it's going to
conversation
haunt him.
about him.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
yeah.
do.
You
There,
you
there
you
needs
do.
to be a conversation about him because
And
yesterday's performance and in recent, and I've been saying this, X, I don't know if you remember, I said that Hoyland's positioning is horrific.
Bro.
Why is he not
But
scoring the goals that McTominay is scoring? Those are
yeah,
strikers' goals. Those are
cool.
strikers'
yeah, they
goals.
like
He's
saying that
missing it.
McTominay is now a 10.
Which
Might as
which
well
is
be.
which is which is crazy, which is really crazy, bruh. Guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. I do see people are viewing right now. Help a brother out. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're right, Threshold. Like McTominay's goal, that's a strike. Our striker should
Mhm,
be scoring.
mhm,
Exactly. Another thing is his hold up play, man. Like
mhm.
Rasmus, man. Like there's a lot, there's a lot that the guy needs to work on, from a fundamental standpoint. When you look at, I mean, I know strikers nowadays are few and far in between. Nicholas Jackson. I'll throw him in there. You know, but those are the
That's a low.
type of strikers
That
that
that's that's a
we
low
have.
hanging fruit. It's not even
But
funny,
I'm
but
just
it's
saying,
fine. It's
Mm,
okay.
mm,
yeah, but I'm
mm,
just saying,
mm,
modern
mm.
day strikers essentially they are not as clinical as the strikers of, and
Yeah,
not too long ago.
100%.
I'd say 10 years ago, essentially, not
We're
too even
spoiled.
long ago. Yeah, they just lack the fundamentals, bruh. And Rasmus as well. I've questioned him for quite some time.
Mhm.
Of course, I'm a person who tends to give a player a season to acclimatize. Because I have seen players improve in their second
Mm,
season. So that's the reason why I'm not too critical of him. But it seems as if
mm.
a lot of people are beginning to be very critical of him. Yeah.
But rightly so. 70 million, guys.
Hey,
It's a lot of money. And
yeah.
when I actually was like, oh, come on, for the first time was when, ironically, Bruno passed him the ball, and instead of taking a first time shot, he controlled it and he tried to pirouette and then loses the ball.
Yeah.
Now,
Yo,
you can't be doing that. Maybe it's a
hey,
confidence thing. He hasn't scored
I
in, I
think,
think, 5 or 6 games. It's a confidence thing.
yeah,
but
You take that
I
first
think
time.
he's in as much as I'm for this conversation around him. I
yeah,
do see a player there. There is a player. Give him time. The problem or the
yeah,
biggest issue that he has is he's a shining light in a shitty team. I don't know if that makes
Mm,
sense. He's
yeah,
the best of the
rough
worst.
guy.
Because if you look at your upfront, you've got okay. I'm just gonna take Bruno out because he's your captain. Bruno, I'm not gonna lie. I can't. Yeah, you can't fault him. He
yeah.
shows up. You've got Rashford. Rashford right now, there's a lot of question marks around him, and the question marks around Rashford are
Ish,
valid.
ish,
It's
dude.
English. It's the English fans booing their own. But
Yeah,
the English media is trying by all means not to get in his head because he's got the Euros and Southgate needs him focused and
Exactly.
whatnot. Is he even going
Exactly.
to go to the Euros? That's another question because you've got these
Doesn't
kids
deserve
that
it.
are peaking. You got
Does
these
not
kids that are
deserve it.
peaking at the right time. You've got Anthony, which is a waste of a player. I feel personally, if Eric leaves, you're going to have to cut your losses with Anthony because there's
Yeah.
nothing there.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Um,
You know what?
you've
Personally,
got yeah, go for it. Just go for it.
sorry to interject, but
Mm,
personally, I just feel like in a possession type team, Anthony can do something. I'm not
Hmm.
saying he could start, but
And
there
left back.
is it as long as you retaining the ball, you can
Mm.
get something out of Anthony. Personally,
So
that's how I feel.
that's an
Um,
80 million squad player, basically what you're telling me.
hundred
Yeah.
percent.
And
That's
that's
the
the
view.
thing.
That's the thing. A
Is
lot of
that
our
something
players,
going to be worth 80 million?
let's be honest, Trisho, a majority of our squad, those guys should not be starting.
Yep.
Those guys should
100%.
not be starting for if
100%.
if we consider ourselves a big team, majority of those players shouldn't be starting at our club,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, you can go.
So I was still upfront. You've got that Argentinian boy who is like a lucky packet. You never know what you're gonna get. The one thing you do know is he shows up. He applies
He
himself.
does.
No. He's still very temperamental. In that he
Oh, yeah,
lacks
yeah, yeah.
that ability to be grown up.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. He lacks that ability to be grown up in
Mm-hmm.
certain matches, and
Mhm.
it shows. And unfortunately, you can't teach him that right now. You can't. Instead, it comes with time.
Mm.
Who else do you have up front in your striking? Okay, McTominay is your new number 10. For some reason, his positional play seems to
Diallo.
be brilliant. Oh,
Diallo came on yesterday, and that guy, why is he not getting a start? Look,
ah,
he came on. He's one of those players where he's not lightning fast, but when he's running with the ball, you're not catching him because
yeah.
he
Bro.
just weaves.
His
He
recovery,
just weaves.
his
Yeah.
recovery also is quite decent.
Mm,
I don't have him as one of the quickest, but
mm,
But
he's quick.
mm.
and he also knows how to beat a man. Even you see, it just shows you to beat a man, you don't need pace, bro.
Exactly.
You just need
Exactly.
this. You just
And
Iniesta used to beat guys, and this guy wasn't even the
Left and right.
fastest guy. He just had this, bro. This. And our team, bro. Let's be honest. We have low IQ ballers, bro.
Yeah,
Like
but
100%.
we filled with low IQ ballers, and our coach makes it even worse because he doesn't even
Mm,
help these low IQ
mm.
ballers.
I
Yeah,
think your coach can see the writing on the wall. I don't know if
Oh no,
I'm
he's done.
too
I
He's
harsh.
know.
done.
You see
He's done.
yesterday's game,
He's
bro.
done. He's done.
It-
He's done.
it's- Did you see his press conference, dog? I stopped this guy. Let me find the comments. But you can continue then, the
He said
guys.
it wasn't an
So
embarrassment, it was something, it was like a good thing. I was
Oh
like,
my.
no,
oh,
I
he's
think
done.
I
He's
think he
done.
knows that the writing is on the wall. And the one thing that I foresee for Man United is a weird ass time where the fans have to write off the season. Even if he delivers you this cup,
Of
um,
course.
don't
Which,
accept it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
yeah,
he needs to go, and whoever comes in, you just trust that guy that you just got now from Southampton. It's gonna take him a
woke up
couple of
there.
months. Yeah, it's gonna take him
Yeah.
a couple of months, and once he gets going, you guys should be good. I just worry about which manager are you going to get, because
I
if you're
saw
getting
Tuchel.
Southgate,
I saw like about an hour ago that Tuchel is one that we're looking at, which if it's the
see that,
Chelsea Tuchel, I'm like okay, but if it's
yeah,
the Bayern Munich Tuchel, I'm like no, no, no,
I,
no, 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 no.
that's another lucky packet there.
Yeah.
I'm fine with no, no, I don't
I
want
think
to shout.
with managers that are have got something to prove, they tend to sometimes overdo it, as in wanting
Yep.
to prove something, as in instill that style of play too quickly. And unfortunately, with Man United, time and time again, we know the locker power that exists within those players.
Mm-hmm.
So he
Mm-hmm.
might go in and be too strict, and he's going to lose the likes of Rashford, the likes of
Nah,
Oh,
well,
bring
I
him
don't
in
that
think
then.
one.
Bruno.
Bring him in.
Yeah,
Bring him in.
Bring him in,
If
dog.
he comes in and Rashford leaves, bring him in. Bring him in. I am tired of this guy going out. You know, one thing that frustrated me about Rashford was when he scored at Old Trafford for the first time, I think after like 3 or 4 months, and
10 years.
he's doing this. He's doing this, and I'm like, bro, you have 7 goals, and it's April. And there was a chance yesterday where Casemiro, look, to be fair to Casemiro, he's been
oh,
washed a while now, but he
oh,
played
that
a
one
was
pass from the
was
back, and
beautiful.
literally
Exactly.
he bypassed the whole middle, and
Mm,
it landed on Rashford. Rashford was caught up in two minds because he had the
mm.
pace, he beat the defender, and then he
All he
decided
had to do
not
was
to
get it on target.
not for the keeper to even like make a save. I don't
Mm-mm.
know whether he was crossing it. I didn't understand what was going on there. But
Don't
yet
don't don't
still,
even know.
guys, I think the unfortunate conversation that has to be had is if Southgate comes in, he's going to want to keep Rashford,
Nah,
because I
dog. That's why
feel
we
If
can't.
Southgate
South.
comes in, he's gonna
That's why I
struggle to
feel.
keep
Hold
us
on.
all, bro.
That's why
No,
I
no.
feel Southgate has this belief that he's got his players that he believes in.
Let's stop talking about guys. That's not happening.
That
This is
no,
just
that won't
you
happen.
know what they do during the international break. They know that it's all quiet, and so there's people who just leak out nonsense.
Yeah,
And
I don't think
and
Southgate is gonna
Southgate
happen.
is coming through. You know, it is what it is. You know, when you
Is
leak,
Zidane happening?
you
I
see
don't
stuff
want
like
Zidane.
that.
I don't
Me
want
too.
Zidane. I
I
don't
also
want
don't,
Zidane.
bro.
That was
I don't
all
think
Ronaldo.
I
All
think
of those
Zidane would.
Champions Leagues were Ronaldo.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
at the same time, it's for Zidane. The foundation was already set for him at Real.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be
Mm-hmm.
honest. He didn't even spend. He didn't really spend on any big talent. Apparently, he spent like 89 bar in his tenure there. And that's
That's
unheard
nothing.
of for Madrid.
That's nothing.
Madrid,
So
nothing.
Ancelotti set the foundation for him. To
Mm,
actually, yeah, in 2014, Ancelotti set the foundation for Madrid. All these guys were still relatively young. Cruz was still in his
he
early
was just
20s.
joined. Mm,
Exactly. And then of course Xabi Alonso was nearing the end. But the thing is that Casemiro, I know very well that Zidane did manage the youth team. So players like Cass was current. I think at that time Casemiro was at Porto and he was
mm,
on loan there. But of course, knew who he was from the academy. But the spine of the team was already established. The front three,
mm,
Huh.
Bale, Ronaldo, Benzema, established. You know what I mean? Isco as well was already in the mix. So Zidane would thrive in a team that's already with a foundation. You see, like a City, if Zidane would go to a City already the foundation has been laid.
mm.
He would
It's
thrive
just a
there. But
continuation. It's just a
United,
continuation.
at United, because bro, we are. we still at a rebuilding phase, bro. There's a lot that still needs to change at our team. Right now, we're sorting out our structures. We're hiring people, the right
Mm.
people, which is a
Who would
good
you
thing.
And
take
I
as
feel
manager?
I feel there's a change though amongst the Man United fans because I
Mm.
on YouTube I watch a lot of
Yeah, content. Yeah,
videos on just on and just get a feel of way the likes of Mark R, Goldbridge,
yeah,
and the rest of
Goldbridge.
them.
Yeah,
And I feel a lot of them are seeing that the players that you have are con artists.
yeah. But the thing is, it's crazy. You need to
Whether
stop watching them
whether
out. You
no
need to
no
start
not just
watching.
Mark alone, not just Mark
Nah,
alone.
I
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there's so there's what's this? It's talk radio, sports something. Where is it? So I
Oh, I
watch
Sports.
should
that.
mention those guys. Hey, those are top rates,
If
and I need to
if
put
it's
you
sports
on,
sport,
bro.
yeah, no.
I
Don't
think I
don't
think
watch top reds. Don't
yeah,
watch top
you must
reds
watch
on there.
you must watch the Mandem, bro. There's a guy named
Mm.
Ransom Pants, bro. That guy is
Oh
from
no
the
no no no
UK.
no 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 no
I
no
like
no no
Ransom Pants.
no.
You know why I like
So
Ransom Pants?
No no no
I
no
think
no.
I think the thing is that the reason why I like Ransom Pants, yes, he is very he's
Deluded.
yeah he's very vocal as far as Man United. But the thing is that he uses a lot of tactics in his analysis. He doesn't use passion. There's also another guy named Hodge. It's one of his boys as well. He's also very tactical. I like guys who actually provide me with the tactical side of things,
Tactical,
not
yeah.
and
necessarily
take the
about
emotion
yeah,
out of
they
it.
remove the emotion.
Mm.
And as well, the reason why I also agree with Ransom Bent is that I view football in a similar lens that he does. That's the reason
Mm.
why. So there's also a bit of biasism on my end, I will admit.
So,
Yeah.
so on
But
Talk Sport, like they've
yeah,
got
yeah,
Darren Bent. I don't know if you guys still remember him.
yeah, Darren Bent, I
Yeah.
remember Bent.
Yeah,
Yeah, from
yeah.
Spurs.
So yeah, from Spurs. I like this, and the one thing that I was the point that I was driving across is
Ooh.
Hey,
yeah,
Sam, bro.
Tuchel, Sam. The one thing I'm liking is that these guys are starting to get irritated with these high wages that these players, and these are fans. They're getting
Yeah,
irritated with the high wages,
yeah,
but the application. Because one of the callers actually phoned and he said the irritating part is that I'm a season ticket holder, which is I pay quite a lot in traveling to
yeah,
the game and just taking time going to the game. And then you get a
Mm.
player like Rashford where he loses the ball, he then jogs back to try and assist the defense, and then we concede, and then he acts surprised. If you lose the
Mm.
ball, you're the first defender. It doesn't matter where you are, but if you lose the
Yep.
ball, you're
yeah,
the first defender. And I said then, I was like, maybe you guys have been bit unfair since the tequila gate with Rashford, but
yeah,
I can see now the noise
yeah,
is just it's pounding, and unfortunately, there's nothing that he can do right now because if he scores a goal and he over celebrates, everybody will be like, but like, why are we
Yeah.
over celebrating? Meanwhile,
Mm.
you are a striker. It's like celebrating a fish swimming.
yeah,
So
Exactly.
I feel
Exactly.
for him. And
It's
if he
May.
goes
It's
through this
almost May.
drought, yeah, if he goes through this drought, the longer that he goes, the Euros are here, guys. We've got like 6 games left in the season. And then
Mm.
you've got Champions League final, you know nothing about. But anyway, I'm just like letting you know that the season is over.
yeah. No, 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 no. It's true. It's true. Here's a comment by Crizo. A few things to consider for any new coach. One, 20%
Oh,
United tax on
Drizzle,
players.
Shay Lacey. Shay Lacey is him, bro. Shay
Yeah,
Lacey is him 100%. I'm not gonna expect him to be
yeah,
around the first team next season, maybe the season after, but my word, that guy is like I don't want to say we're putting all of our eggs in the Shay Lacey basket, but that's how talented that boy is. I know he just came back from
yeah,
like a 5 to 6 month injury,
Mm.
yeah.
so we have to wait and see how he does. I'm not sure if there is like a under 18 international tournament during this break, but hopefully there is one or something like that, and then he plays. But
Gets
he is
himself
very
some
good.
minutes.
Yeah, I think Ahmad is all four that you mentioned there, Crizo. I think they have a future at United.
Yeah.
Definitely,
And
But
definitely,
at what
definitely.
point, just or
you know
just on
what?
this point,
Yeah,
at what timeline do you cut off the fat and say, you know what, all the older guys that are sitting with high wages and
Mm,
okay, not go on a buying spree of youth players,
yeah.
which is what
mm,
Chelsea has done, but like they
mm.
overdid it a bit. At what point of the season sorry, well, at what point of this ownership does Man United say enough is enough? Let go of Ericsson, let go of Cass, let go of
June,
Rashford, let
June.
go of your Sancho.
Yeah,
Sancho is still registered
Yeah,
with you.
June, June.
yeah,
It's to be done.
yeah.
If
Teaching
they're going to
Sancho, we
make a
can make a lot of
statement,
money. Yeah, we can
if
make a
they
lot
want to
of
make a
money with
statement,
Sancho. Yeah,
June.
because I do,
But are
I
you
do
guys
think.
ready for the pain though that comes with rebuilding, especially when you've
Yeah,
got youth?
I'm. The thing is that
Bro,
you don't know. The thing is that Shane, you don't know how quickly things can like how quickly the rebuild can take. I think
mm,
because we're a team that has a big brand, we also have money. You know,
mm,
Ineos have injected a lot of money because we sold a portion of our club. That means we're gonna have money to spend essentially.
mm,
So it all goes down to how we use this money. We've seen
But I
Leicester,
think
dog. Didn't Leicester
every
take
time,
2 seasons?
no,
They
X.
gained
I think
promotion, and
mm,
then from after gaining promotion, they had Pierce at the helm. Then they just escaped relegation. Then Ranieri came in, and then when Ranieri came in, he came in with Kante. Marius was already there, I recall, but
the problem with
things just
the
changed
problem with
instantly.
the problem with
Yeah, so
money is it's
yeah,
going to require discipline,
yeah,
and you're going to
we
have to
still have the
trust.
tax, the
yeah,
United tax. It's a real thing. Chriso mentioned it. We'll
yeah.
offer, you say Chelsea, okay, not even Chelsea. Liverpool will offer 20 million for a player. The team selling will say, okay, give us 25 is yours. United offer 40. We want 40.
Nah, we've got new people
It's more
now.
35.
Mm.
We've got smart cats now. You
And
know, guys.
that's what I hope.
I also saw, but of course these are rumors that apparently we're gonna have a deal with Ronaldo's former agent. Who's his name again?
George
Wolves.
Not
He's
Mendes.
by the
out.
not
So what's his name?
George
That guy.
Mendes.
George Mendes. Yeah, I
Mm.
heard a rumor. That we could have a deal with George Mendes and do what Wolves did. Have a lot of these Spanish, Portuguese, you
Mm.
know, unknown players. And one thing about Mendes is that he specializes also with South American as well, because Di Maria is also his agent as well. So he's very good at finding these uncut gems. And so we're gonna pretty much move like how Wolves are moving. Remember when Wolves gained promotion, all of a sudden, guys like
yeah,
Jimenez, for
Wolves.
instance. Jimenez was
They
was,
gave
was
us
a piece.
Jota. They
Yeah,
gave
They
exactly.
us
signed they
no.
signed
Yeah.
Ruben Neves while they were still in the championship.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's because of Mendes' influence. And
Mm.
so for me, I do believe, bro, we just need to spend it correctly. And I know
Mhm.
we can with these new guys. I trust these new guys to do so. It's just in the previous regime, you had guys who weren't even connected in the footballing world. Like John Murto wasn't really,
Nope.
connected.
Well,
Whereas Omar Porrada is
you've got
known
a
by
Chelsea where they
yes.
just like the minute that there's a what it's a star player or appears to be a star player, Chelsea
Yeah.
just like they just
Mm.
lay down. It's like come over, not even having an understanding. Is this player gonna fit in our style of play?
You see,
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's how we were moving. And I mean, football has also changed, CKN, bro. Football has changed. It's
No,
it's it's now we in
it continuously
yeah,
evolves.
hundred
And I
percent.
think on Sam's point, I think Mourinho is the one manager time and time again where we look back and we say he was
He's
right
right.
in a
Yeah,
lot of
Mhm.
things, in a
true.
lot of things.
And
I
we
think
do,
when he
and I
came,
owe him an apology. To be honest, I do.
yeah,
Yeah.
he when he came, and I think the joke around him and his tenure at Spurs is that they fired him just before they had a final. League, I can't remember
Yep.
which
League
cup it
Cup
was.
final against
Yeah.
City. League Cup final against
Yeah,
City.
and the reason why Daniel Levy fired him is that he didn't want to risk him winning it because I think he had a clause in his contract that if he
Yeah.
wins any silverware, I think they owe him quite a bit of money. And
Bro.
that was funny because like
Uh,
everyone saw that play out. But
yeah.
when he moved to United and he had Pogba, he had Bruno, he had who did he have
Mikitani.
up
Yeah.
front? He had yeah. Everyone's
Oh, no, he didn't
was
have
That's
like
Bruno. He didn't
no,
have Bruno.
his
He didn't have
his
Bruno.
style of play. He didn't have Bruno.
mm-mm.
Solskjaer bought Bruno.
Such a good
Oh yeah.
Bruno.
And
He had
everyone started saying that
Mkhitaryan, Ibrahimovic, Pogba.
Mhm.
Who else? He had Mata. He
Matic.
bought Matic. He bought Lukaku. He had
Yeah.
Bailly. He had Valencia, who at the time was the best
he
right
had
back in the
David.
league.
Yeah.
The best
Yeah.
at that point, the best
David.
goalkeeper in the world.
Mm,
Yeah.
and then
Mm.
everyone was quick to jump on the bandwagon that his style of play is outdated. And right now, everyone can see that,
He was right.
yeah. But
And Sam, and I
I
recall,
see a manager,
yeah.
leaving, and even after winning the trophy, because I know Van Gaal did the same thing. He got you
Hmm.
guys a trophy and you
We did.
fired him.
You see, that was a
That's
coach that we
standard.
were
You
meant
did,
to. That one, we
you
didn't
did
back
that motherfucker
Van.
dirty. If we're being honest,
We did him
guys,
wrong, and that's why we
Zero
didn't back
standards.
him, bro. To a point where I
because you
recall
didn't
I
have
was watching.
money.
uh, we did have money. It's just
Mm.
our
You were
owners just
cheap.
didn't like the players that Van Gaal was had on his list, like Mane.
Mm.
They didn't get why
Yep.
he wanted Sadio
Yep.
Mane
He didn't
playing
want Di
with.
Maria. Van
He,
Gaal did
he
not
did
want Di
he
Maria.
didn't want.
He
It's
never
because he
wanted
doesn't
Di
suit.
Maria.
It does not suit Van Gaal's philosophy. Van Gaal likes keeping
Mm.
possession. Di Maria
Mm.
is a very erratic player who likes spamming in the ball. LVG doesn't like players who do
Mhm.
stuff like that. I do believe guys like, especially our youngsters. I mean, Martial was oozing on under
Mm.
uh,
And then he
LVG.
just lost his way.
Bro, we had so many young players. I mean, we reached the FA Cup final with kids, bro. Like that. Who's this guy? That is the left back. What's
Borthwick
his name
Jackson.
again?
Borthwick
Robert
Jackson.
Jackson. We had
Paddy
Tyler
McNair.
Blackett. We had
Paddy
Paddy
McNair.
McNair. Bro, the list goes
Jesse
on, bro.
Lingard.
Rashford.
Jesse Lingard was
Lingard as
young
well.
that time.
Look at won
James
us the. I
Wilson.
mean, he's got the winner, bro. But like
Mm.
essentially, he even knew how to use Fellaini, bro. He found
Mhm.
purpose for Fellaini, even though Fellaini is not really good on possession, but he knew how to use Fellaini. And we were a team that was very good at keeping the ball, and we did not concede. So LVG sorted out the defensive side because we had our best defensive record under him. But
Mhm.
the board didn't back him when he needed offensive players, you see.
Mhm.
And
But
so
I
for
think
me,
Van Gaal is one of those managers who he doesn't like flashy players. And at the
yeah,
time, I feel Man United were moving kind of like Madrid, where there's gotta be a rights value in a player when you bring him on. And Van Gaal is not that type of manager.
yeah,
He doesn't do that whole South American um, uh, uh, players that
yeah.
come in with he doesn't he wants he's very disciplinarian. And then the one thing I miss about him is that his press conferences were boring as fuck because he spoke the truth and that was that.
Yeah, 100%.
He just moved on.
He was like even with Reinik. Reinik did say we need open heart surgery. He
No,
did
but
say it.
Reinik
He
didn't
did
get
say it.
Reinik didn't get the memo. Reinik spoke about everything that was wrong to the
Yeah.
public and he spoke too soon.
Mm.
And
Well,
Oh, yeah,
unfortunately,
he was right for speaking.
but he was right for
corners,
doing
the
that.
Man United corners didn't like that, where he
Yeah,
spoke the
well,
truth.
And that's a
yeah,
problem. That's the problem. They're not
Mm.
willing to hear the truth and get constructive feedback from someone who knows what he's talking about.
yeah.
Because
Then
You know,
you're the problem.
someone with a
imagine
track
this.
record, bro.
Yeah, imagine this. Any manager that comes in and this is they say, well, we have to cut the excess fat, and then they give a list of players. They give
Yeah.
Casemiro. They give who's the Dane? I just forgot his name now. And then they say also Rashford has to go. The
Mhm.
board has to have an understanding what the manager is thinking, and I don't
Mhm.
think the board that hired what's his name, Eric, was ready for that conversation. Because
Yeah,
Eric was very lucky, if we're being honest. He came
Yep.
in at a time where there was a lot of turmoil around Man United. You had the incorrect people in the positions, and now over time, he's found himself to be this arrogant little prick, but he's got nothing to show for it. He's kind of like
Yep.
Ateta, where
mm,
he walks around like he's Big Daddy Kane and whatnot,
mhm.
yet he doesn't really have. I think,
That's it.
yeah, I'll say something controversial. I think you had a better style of play under Solskjaer than you do with
Yep.
Eric.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's why we also had
100%.
better players under Solskjaer. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We did.
We
We
took
had
players
better.
like Cavani for granted, bro. A
Yeah, we
hundred
really
percent.
did. We really did, bro. It is crazy, bro. You know, of course, Crizo has another comment here. Are we going to be honest about
No,
Martinez?
no.
Should we be looking
Look.
somewhere else? Best
There's
attribute is availability, right? That's true. I'm with Crizo,
Mhm.
and we out here saying Varane is injury prone. Yeah, It's
That's so
but
incredible.
impressive. Yeah.
I,
Look at a
do you know
homeboy.
do you know that there's certain players that their style of play is the the butcher. He's one of those where he doesn't pull out, and
Yeah.
in him not pulling
Hey,
out,
just like you,
he
Nessie Shane.
is that your way? Is that your way of saying congratulations? Is that your way of saying
Yeah.
congratulations? Well,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
congratulations.
You're an idiot, you know that. You're a freaking idiot.
Congratulations, my guy.
Thank you, thank you. So with that type of player where he goes in full blooded, he doesn't pull out. He's
Yeah.
Yeah,
bound to get it wrong every now and then, and
yeah,
unfortunately, his injuries are going to be long term. His injuries are not like a muscle tear or whatnot.
yeah,
His injuries are literally he's broken something.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
Hey,
was
but
also rushed
Bayi,
back twice. He was rushed
But
back
yeah,
Baye
but
twice.
was also injury prone. Injury
But
Baye
yeah,
was
but
also
Bailly,
injury
Bayi
Bailly
prone.
was
play
another
matrix.
top class
But
centre mid, bro.
Bayi, I remember at Marseille, bro. There's someone who he fly kicked, bro. Remember, Sishan? You even shit that video.
We don't play games here. You think you're a
They
star?
did
I'll show
not
you
need
what a star is.
VAR for that red card. VAR was not needed, bruh. Yo, bruh. Yeah, yeah. Hey,
But
Sishan.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Major congratulations to the goalkeeper. That's a
That is
super
a super
striker.
striker. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
That,
thank you.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But
That's for Sishan.
can
Yeah.
we then? I think there's other topics to speak on soccer. And I think the Man City and
Yeah.
Chelsea game. I'd like to
Hey,
keep it like very very brief.
nah,
Um,
keeping it brief.
for the very first time in a long time, I've never been one for like conspiracy theories that refs favor certain
Oh
teams
yeah, yeah.
and for the
Mm-hmm.
very first time, I got angry, like proper angry. I
Yeah.
get that sometimes it's my team. We're in the semi-final against a big side, and we've missed chances. And here's a pin. It's a clear-cut
Mhm.
pin.
Should have been a pen.
And the VAR, I can't remember, was it Onke who said it in this forum that, hey, the VAR, because it's a boys' club, the VAR won't go against an on field decision. You must present proper facts that, hey, listen, this is the ref made a huge blunder. And then I saw this weekend that the ref made a blunder in that was a handball.
That
And
was a clear one.
Why was
Oh my.
and
Wan-Bissaka's a handball but not Grealish's?
which
Wan-Bissaka, the
is
ball is blasted at him from a close distance where that's supposed to be allowed. With Grealish, the ball is literally going towards the goal if it doesn't hit his
I don't
hand.
know if you watched the game Forest versus Everton, where
Oh,
they've
Ashley
literally
Young,
cheated. Ashley Young, they've cheated.
three,
What's
three
this? They've
times.
no,
Everything.
and they didn't play with Forest. They cheated them. Yeah. So this angle gives you the best view because again,
Yeah.
you can't see it. It's a clear handball, and
100%.
I honestly I got angered by this in that in one match it's not a pen, in another match same incident,
Yeah.
and this is the
Yeah.
following day. It's a pin. So I sat there and I was like, so who's the idiot here? Is it Man United that must take the shoving from the back? Because if the previous day it wasn't a pin, why should it be a pin today? And
Hmm.
the thing is, I then see what's his name, Pep, come out and making sure that he doesn't have the refs on his side. And I sit there and I was like, no, my guy, you always seem to
Hmm.
have the luck of the draw whenever it comes to these
Hmm.
ref decisions. And it's
Yeah.
starting to be an irritation. This goes back from that VAR decision that was called out. I think who was their defender? There was like proper offside, yet the goal was given. It's like, come on, guys. We at
Hmm.
that it's irritating.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Remember
yeah. I
you
remember
guys.
that. I
Yeah, that
remember that.
one.
It's
You see
That was
there
a,
it was.
that was our
That one
second
was.
UCL trophy in a row that was taken from us because of that ref.
Yeah.
and you think to yourselves like, guys, come on. What you're doing now is once the fans, the real VIPs when it comes to football, once they start losing interest because of such decisions,
Yeah.
the game itself is going to lose these high wages that these players are getting. They're going to lose them.
Yeah. bro. Like Mourinho said, bro. They need to hire the AFCON cats. You know, the AFCON guys did a stellar job for the tournament. There was none of this nonsense. You know, every
There was no
decision was
VAR
spot
issues.
on.
There was no
It's
VAR
almost like
issues
Everything.
at AFCON.
Yeah.
At AFCON, there
Mourinho,
was. I watched so many
not
games. There was not a single VAR issue.
nothing.
VAR was not even taking 1 minute to get a decision at
Dude.
AFCON. People look down at
no,
AFCON. People look down at AFCON
Yeah.
and say, "Oh, nobody cares. This is tournament. Why is it in January? Nobody cares."
Yeah.
Show the best VAR at a major tournament, and what's happened since then? It's gone
I
back
know
to
next
being.
season they're saying that they're going to do this automatic offside rule and
Mm,
whatnot. It still doesn't sort out these
mm,
handball decisions
Yeah.
where one
No,
moment it's a pen, the next game it's not a pen.
it's
So which
not.
one is
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And the thing is, it honestly it takes away from VAR because it feels like American cops where they will always stick together,
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
That's what they
and
always do, bro.
it's an
Mm.
irritation because you're sitting there as a fan, and whenever your side score a goal, in the back of your
Yeah.
mind, you're calculating that fuck was VAR, was there handball and whatnot.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't think VAR should be that lingering because that one was
And
Mm,
clear. I think
that one
there
was
were like
clear.
three replays showing that it's a handball. So what are we
Yeah.
calling it? Are we saying that he tried his hands were in a what's this position they call? I forgot the name now.
Unnatural. Unnatural
And
position.
I sit there and I was like, that's when I knew that the game was gone. Okay, sure,
See,
fine. My
he
players were
literally
my players were
his hand
shit.
was up and he did this. That's not
Yes,
natural.
yes.
He hit the
He
ball
hit the
with his
ball
hand
because
holding
the ball
down.
had passed him. The ball had passed his
Yeah.
body part, and he literally did this, and that's that. And the smirk on his face is what irritates me afterwards.
Yeah.
Because whilst we were doing
Mm,
the replays, they shot into him, and then you can see the smirk on his face because
He's doing this.
he
yeah,
knows.
he knows that he was wrong, and now
Nah,
and now
dog.
we're out of a competition because of such incompetence. That's the word I was
And
looking
we
for.
know, and you know very well. And another thing is that you know very well that Cole would have buried that. You
No,
know,
yeah.
Exactly.
When it comes to
yeah,
pens,
he
so
would
the
have
last thing
buried
that Man City needed was for Chelsea to get a pen.
it. You see
Mhm.
exactly, bro. You know,
If
But
and
Chelsea
of course
scored, City were not winning that game.
they
City
no,
were
they
not
were
weren't.
winning
not.
that game if Chelsea scored.
Yeah,
Definitely
City
not.
were 70th minute. City were tired, and you
yep.
could
Mhm.
see that they were tired. And my team and its lack of finishing these big chances, of which I find to be I don't know. I don't know why we pay them such high wages if they can't get the ball in the back of the net. My team lost. We beat ourselves.
Yeah,
The long and short of it.
Nah,
The amount
agreed.
of
definitely.
chances that we had, and it seems like it's I don't know. Did we finish all our goals against Everton, which I find to be bullshit. But anyway, I got angered more by the pen call than Jackson. And I know Jackson
Yeah,
right now they've issued a statement where he's against racism because he's getting a lot of flack online.
yeah,
I
Mhm.
feel for the kid, um, but I don't know. With the Europe has this thing of making everything about color. If he's a shit player over the weekend, he was a
It's
shit player. It doesn't
disgusting.
matter whether
yeah.
he's white or he's
Disgusting,
black.
man.
100.
It is
Yeah, no, that's
disgusting.
true.
So
You
But
let's
can
just
that
drop
is
a
focus
true.
on that.
stinker, bro. You can drop a
Yeah,
Yeah.
stinker. You don't
Thank
deserve
you.
that.
you
Thank
don't
you.
deserve
Yeah.
100%.
that. Mm.
For some reason, they're very quick to jump onto that bandwagon that, oh, just because he's black, he had a terrible game.
Mm,
He's, end of the day, is a human being, and let's
Mm.
not forget that. He might
mm.
put a stinker that really angered our fans,
Yeah,
rightfully so, but like, don't make it about color. Just make it about
bro.
him. Yo, guy, you are a professional soccer player who gets paid millions and millions of pounds. Come on, get the ball
Yeah,
in the back of the net. And that's
Mm.
yeah,
that.
bro. And that's true, CKN, bro. I fully agree with you on that, bro. It shouldn't. You have no right, bro, like
No.
to do that to any human being, bro.
Especially at Chelsea, when one of your best ever strikers, Didier, is
Thank
Yeah,
out.
you.
And
One,
then
yeah,
you're doing this to
one,
Nicholas
one
Jackson.
dude.
one of the best squads that we had a lot of well we've come through with a
Bro,
lot of black players. Gallus
Mm-hmm.
for one.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking who's the French invisible wall?
Malouda,
Uh,
Anelka.
Makelele also came through.
yeah,
We've got so there's been
SDN,
there's been
bro.
what's his name the keeper that gave us the Champions League by keeping the
Oh,
Belgian
Mendy,
keepers.
Mendy,
Mendy.
Mendy.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
we shouldn't. It's on a human level, guys. We're not Italy. Italy can get away with it because Italians, for some reason, they take their passion a bit too much.
Even
But
in La Liga with
yeah, yeah,
Vinicius,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
yes, now
the
Vinicius
horrible
gets it.
stuff that happens with Vinicius is
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I know what happens to Vinicius is crazy, bro, and it's blatant. The
mm,
the FA the FA that side seems to be
it's
not
just like
interested in
hush. And he's asked the
mm,
question.
sorting that
I
out.
think
Yeah,
I think if it wasn't for the money that he was getting there, if there's a site that's
yeah,
interested in him in England, he would bounce because of this. Because at some point it does get to the player. I remember what's his name? Freaking hell. That Italian striker.
which one?
Why
Totti,
always me? No, no. Why always me?
Balotelli,
Man
Balotelli.
City.
Yeah,
Balotelli.
Mario. Mario, at some point, it did get to him, if we're being honest.
yeah.
Mm,
The chance that he was receiving, he was very
But
thick-skinned and he was his own character. But at some
but
point, it did get to him.
mhm.
but I think with Mario, it's also from childhood. I mean,
Yes,
it's
it's
something that
childhood
He's
has
growing
traumas.
up in
Is
gone
Italy.
was an often
inside.
a thing. Yeah,
And of course, it does have an effect on you when you become an adult. You become stubborn. You become like I don't. You had a I don't give a damn type
he
attitude.
was his
You
own. He was his own
don't.
superhero. Basically, he was
Exactly,
Kanye.
bro. So you
Mm.
can imagine what he went through. But yeah, gents, it's so unfortunate. I also do apologize on your behalf, CKN. Like it's it shouldn't be
It
in the game
shouldn't.
at
It
all.
honestly
No,
shouldn't.
definitely not.
Yeah, it
Definitely
shouldn't
not.
at all, bro. Yeah, but I
But can
mean,
you speak? Can you speak
yeah,
on what was it? Onke who went and said that Xavi is available. He wouldn't mind them at Chelsea. I wanted him to be here to back that
unfortunately,
statement up.
yeah, and I don't get would have backed it up,
Ooh.
but
Mm.
that is a
Now
crazy.
have a
call.
think about it, Trucial. Where he's
Did
saying,
you guys watch El Clasico yesterday?
I
Yeah,
did.
I
Now,
actually
I
watched.
wanted my brother to be here for this, but
Yeah,
Pedri, I
Uh,
watched the second half and I'm like, Pedri, is this Pedri?
mm,
Is this Pedri? I know you only played the second half, but is that Pedri in the
nah.
Clasico?
I don't know
yeah,
whether he's saving his energy for the Euros. Did Spain qualify for the Euros? But he
yeah.
wasn't
They
Probably,
did.
the one player that I'm starting to warm up to. I don't watch as much
La Liga.
Spanish football. Yeah,
yeah.
that Yamal kid. Yes.
Yeah.
That boy is
No,
a
Yeah,
no, no.
problem.
yeah.
He's exceptional for his age.
Nah,
It's
that
just that
that
I
that boy.
worry about the amount of games he plays. Guys, you
Mm,
do recall that Fatu Fati played a lot of games and suffered a
mm,
And then
very
his injury, a terrible
yeah,
severe
injury.
injury.
knee
Uh,
So
injury.
for me, I just feel like these young players, bro, like they should be eased in. Michael Owen was also another one who was a kid who used to, who was exceptional. He was ahead of his years, but we have to take care and protect our young players. It's like even with Ten Hag, I don't like the amount of games Kobe is playing.
Yeah,
They need.
yeah,
He's a kid, bro. Like the kids, you need
but
to
I think
protect them, even if they're ready, even if they are hot, bro. Like look at what Madrid did with Vinicius. Vinicius
yeah.
was not rushed, bro.
Benched.
Benched.
Vinicius held bench for so
Same thing.
long.
Same thing with Rodrigo. Rodrigo
Yeah.
worse.
I think
Held them. Look at
it's
them
in two
now.
folds. It's in two
Yeah.
folds. The one fold as a manager, and you're playing a father figure or a mentoring figure in these young players, where you give him a
Mhm.
reason why you're benching him. Because if right now, Ten Hag had to bench whoever you're playing next, and you take Kobe and he benches him, this kid has got. He's got mouths like are yapping behind him that you're the best player in Man United right now. You deserve to be starting each and every game.
Mm,
And the player doesn't have an understanding that the manager is protecting me right now. Because we know that kid is flying to the Euros. Okay. Whether he's going to play in the
Yeah.
Euros or not, that's another question. But the one fold is for the player to have trust in the manager that the manager is doing what's best for him as a
mm,
player. And unfortunately, we don't have many managers that are like that, that are of seniority in that part, that players see them as father figures. Because Jose to this day, they still call him he's still the gaffer. He's and these are Chelsea players, former Chelsea
Yeah.
players, and these are senior players, the John Terrys of this
mm,
world. You look at
Yeah.
Arsene Wenger, where they still call him the professor, because a lot of players trusted his decision making when it comes to squad selection. Right now, these players, social media, they've got agents, they've got this, they've got that, and they get on Twitter, whatever X you call it, and there's the idiot who says this player is the best player at Man United. He deserves to start. That's why we lost. And then it starts getting in his head. And if he's not, or he doesn't have the right people around him, they start fueling this because unfortunately these kids always seem to have yes men around them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then,
They,
Sisla, you see where that argument, when you're talking about Kobe and Ten Hag, where that can go out the window is like, okay, you can say, okay, Kobe has been very good and is playing, but Ahmad has been very good and is not playing. And
yeah.
there's the whole,
Well,
okay,
end of the
oh, it's
day,
like,
do you think Kobe cares about any other player at Man United besides himself?
I mean, I don't know. He loves the club.
He
So,
does love
Yeah.
the club, but end of the day, it's his future, it's his career,
yeah,
and whoever is around him can go any day.
Yeah. No, that's true, bro.
I
Really
think
So I
is.
think
Endrick will be fine. I think Endrick will be fine. He's going to Madrid. That's the best place for
oof,
him.
Yeah.
I
But
I saw
Madrid
this one
guys, they
skill.
just
I
keep
saw this one skill
adding.
he pulled this weekend. Now Madrid is
Yeah,
sorted for the next decade in Europe.
Mhm.
dude,
Like,
it's
just
crazy.
forget.
You see, that's how a team is meant to be ran, dog. Like
Mhm.
Nah,
they've
guy.
got a contingency plan, bro. Like even the midfield, it's
Nah,
kids,
my
bro.
guy.
Like Kamavinga
There's a
just
contingency plan, and then there's this. I
and
don't know what to
and you
call
see
them. This is something else.
another player who also held bench is Kamavinga, and now
Yep.
he's beginning to
Yep.
get game time. Only
And
now, and he
he's
held
playing
it
out of
for a long
position.
period,
He's playing out of position.
dude.
Yeah, Chouameni
But
was
like,
centre back yesterday.
yeah, but Chomini is those type of guys that hey, he's defensive awareness, bro. He's still solid
Mm.
as a defender, bro. I mean, there are those players, bro, that dude, you can put them anywhere. Alaba is one of them. Alaba is
Mm.
another guy who is
But I
exceptional as
do
a right
think
winger,
I
center
do
back.
think
Yeah,
the Madrid players
mm,
respect the Don, and
yeah,
what the
Yeah.
Don says,
Yeah.
that's it. It
yeah.
ends there. If he's
But
gonna
have you seen
say,
what the Don has achieved, though, CK?
yeah, and then you get the Ten Hags and the Artetas of this world thinking they're the Dons just
The
because
Don,
they've trained and they've ended up in a
bro.
in a in a cup final. And no, fuck it.
Bro,
But
and you see what I'm saying? Yeah, awareness, dude. Self-awareness. Tenak's thinking that he's the Don. You see, Don can do as he please. You see, if Don would come
Mm.
to United, I won't question anything he does because
Yep.
his CV and track record states that this
speaks
guy
for
has
itself.
actually
Yeah,
done it
yeah.
in the
Guy
top
made
five.
Everton relevant. Came to
Dude,
Everton and made them relevant. Do you know
he
how
did.
hard that is?
He takes Kamavinga, he slots him on the wing, and he says, "You're gonna stick there. You're gonna mark this kid who's got
Dude,
skill and is fast."
mm,
And nothing is said. That's
Mhm.
that.
nothing.
That's the
Nothing.
game
And
plan.
it works. And it works. I mean, even last season, he reached the semi-final of the Champions League.
Because I
I
was
Yeah.
mean,
looking at the I was
you see
looking
what
at
I'm saying?
the Madrid midfield. Yes, 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 yes,
It's
yes, yes.
crazy, bro. Because
Ah,
even I know
when
very
they
well should they win, because Modric will have 6 Champions Leagues. Who else? Cruz will have 6 as well as Nacho. Nacho will also have 6.
Yeah.
So that'll be
Yeah.
crazy. And I know very
once they
well Nacho's
decide
leaving.
once
Sorry?
they decide to play these triangles of theirs in the middle, I forget. I
Man.
forget.
Oh, and even me,
Mm.
I just like how they transition, bro. Like I think
Yep.
Madrid is the best at transitioning and they're very clinical. They do not waste their chances. You know, they when they get opportunities, especially in the Champions League, they just finish
Bro.
everything, bro.
And
And
then
so
Mbappe next season there is just a
you see,
joke. It's a
Which
bruh,
is
that is
joke.
then I wonder where they're gonna put this Brazilian kid. Where they're gonna
you
put
see,
him.
even
No,
with
but
Dr. Death,
he's
bro.
still young. He'll
Ah,
probably
he's still
hold on
young.
for
He's
like
gonna
two
bench.
years.
He's
That,
gonna
but
hold.
imagine that front three, bro, of Rodrigo, Vinicius, and Mbappe with
It's gonna
Bellingham
be
can't find him now, man.
It's
Nah,
gonna be
please.
so fluid, bro. It is gonna be such. It's
Nah,
gonna be
man, nah.
so
Because they
fluid,
can
especially in
interchange.
the
They can
transition.
interchange. Yeah, they can
Yep.
Yeah,
interchange
All three
easily.
of them can play all three positions.
Well,
And then if
dude,
they want to drop, Rodrigo drops. I've seen it a few times. Actually, I was actually surprised at how often Rodrigo drops in, collects the ball,
dude.
and goes. If he does that, Bellingham goes up front, and we've seen how Bellingham has been this season.
Yeah, I mean, he scored
So
and
the
everyone
winner.
is like, "Yeah, Bellingham is washed out. He hasn't scored since the 10th of Feb." I'm
Nah,
like, "Get the fuck out of here."
nonsense, man.
I just
Nonsense.
think the criticism on Bellingham is quite harsh. You know, you see it a lot on social media, bro. Bellingham, even against
Nah,
City,
it's
I won't say
It's
he
These
had the
jealous,
guys,
it's
best.
jealous Barca fans, man, who think
Uh,
Pedri is better than him, in my opinion.
but I think it's these guys that watch football
yeah,
via stats. They
Oh
don't
yeah.
see the impact of a player
bro.
because
Mhm.
dude is
You
like
saw
those
even the
weird ones.
yeah,
He plays this hybrid role where he can be a striker, or he can be a false nine, and then you can pull him to do that 8 role, and you can push him to
yeah,
do the 10 role. So as a
yeah,
defender, it's tiring. Where
yeah,
if you're going to go man to man, because like at some point, because if you're tired of marking spaces, you can go toe
yeah,
to toe and go man to man, and he will drag your number 4, number
Mm.
5. He will drag them right into the middle of the park. What does that
yeah.
do? Now, whoever is there is a bit confused that, oh, my partner in crime is gone now. It's
Mm.
and then he
Even
can
for the
I'm
also
just
goal,
thinking
bro.
Vinicius looking and there's a centre back missing. What do you do?
uh,
What do you do?
party.
You're finished. You're finished.
Finish,
You're
bro.
finished. You're
No, now
Yeah,
you're
finished.
gonna have Mbappe pushing. I think they
it's gone
they need to
crazy.
be they need to be investigated. I don't know by which authorities, the CIA, FBI, whoever. They need to be investigated,
I'm
guys. Like,
Madrid scouting, bro. Like Vinicius came as an unknown, bro.
Yeah.
Rodrigo came as an unknown, dog. Valverde came as an unknown.
Yep.
hey,
Uh,
but the two that they're
Tchouaméni,
getting now.
you see, but they still okay right now because of social media and the hype. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of players Madrid have produced that were unknown players, bro. And look now, and they don't. I mean, of course, how I don't. I'm not too sure how much they're spending on Henrik, but for Kamavinga, they spent less than 20. Can you
Yep.
imagine? Less than 20 bar, and
On a
you know what?
guy
Another
that
thing
can play in any position,
you
midfield,
see,
backward, and will give you an 8 out of 10 performance. 20
that's
million.
that That's what we want. That's all I ask for. Like threshold, me 7 out of 10, bro. Just give me
Yep.
7 out of 10s every game, bro. Like that's all I ask
Throughout the
for.
season.
That's it.
Throughout the
Like
season,
seven
and
out
have
of ten, you fine,
out of,
bro.
Mhm.
out of the
You
30
safe.
out of the 30 games, you're
Yeah.
expecting maybe 5% of those games will give me a 10 out of 10. The rest
You
hit
see,
me
Yeah.
with a 7.
yeah, that's what top ballers do, bro. It's like even with Vinny, bro. He
Consistency.
will give you
Consistency, bro.
consistency all the time, and as well, he's always a threat, always, bro. He
Mm.
But
does,
w-
bro. You even saw
is
against Man City, he assisted even in the home leg. He assisted Valverde for that screamer. He's the one who crossed that ball, and then Valverde. Yes, I Valverde, bro. Oof. I like midfielders who can strike the ball, bro. Like, give me long range efforts, bro. You know, that's just who I am, bro. I just like guys who can do that. Oh yeah. So Henrik is the same price as Homeboy, your favorite striker, Rasmus.
nah, but I think
Man.
Rasmus is gonna
I'm
come
not.
right,
I'm
guys.
not
Give
gonna.
give
Yeah, yeah,
him
yeah. I'm not gonna
give
sit
him a
here
bit
and
of
say
time.
it was a waste of money, man, because he
Yeah,
wasn't.
no, but not soon. Yeah, it will be too soon for us to do so, bruh. Yeah, but
But
for me,
we need another striker. We need
yeah,
another striker.
you,
We need a
you,
Taremi. We need somebody to just come in and
let,
just score.
let's get the gambler, bro. I want the gambler, bro.
Why don't you
Tony.
buy that? Yeah. So are you
Yeah,
gonna watch his weight? Are you
and
gonna watch his
as
wages?
well with Tony is that type of guy who will tell Rashford, Chief, shut up. We need
Yeah.
guys, bro. Yeah, Tony, you can tell. Tony, bro, comes from the ends, bro. He's gonna be like, Chief, I'm here. I've arrived. Every one of you guys here,
Tony, but
And plus,
I
the,
think
the
yeah.
I think
Tony
are
All
is
they of
right,
the
and
same
we
suffocating
need
age?
in
that,
my
bro.
book.
Are they of the
Zlatan
same
came.
age?
No.
Say
He's
again?
older. He's
Yeah, no,
27, 20,
Tony's like, yeah, Tony
20.
is
And
no,
Rashford is?
Rashford is 27 in October.
Oh
Yeah,
shit. Yeah, they're like
yeah.
28. I'm sure Homeboy is 28. He's gonna be
Yeah.
like, listen here, Chief. I'm here. It's like Zlatan. That's what Zlatan did when he came through. He was like,
And
yo,
Ronaldo
guys,
did the same,
no.
and everyone hated him for it.
Yeah, but you see, Ronaldo is not a fighter. Zlatan will fly kick you, bro.
Yeah,
It's like same
yeah,
thing with
yeah.
Arsenal. When Vieira left, things went downhill because Vieira used to be that guy. Chief,
It was
I'll
Vier,
put you
it
on
was Vier, and it was
my
the
belt.
who was the
Tony
captain?
Adams. Tony
Tony.
Tony
Adams.
Yeah,
Adams.
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony didn't take crap,
You see,
and
yeah,
especially that whole transition phase where they were getting these young kids and whatnot. He
yeah,
didn't give a shit. He told them
Mhm.
yeah.
off, and I think that's missing. Like the leadership, like your Terrys.
We need
Who's
that, dog.
that? Who's that captain of yours that you had? that everyone hates now.
Keane. Roy
Yeah,
Keane.
IQ
yeah.
was
Keane,
crazy, bro.
he
IQ.
Keane was
he backed his mouth with action in that he would take a player out easily
Hmm.
for the squad. And I
Yeah,
don't see that at United right
Players
now.
nowadays are too soft for that, bro. You shout at them once, they're complaining to HR. They're
yeah.
not
That's why we
to
need
shout to
Do
that.
Tony.
soccer teams have HR?
I don't know, but
They
probably
go,
complaining
they
to
go
HR.
back to HR. That's why for me, I want polarizing figures. We need to do psychometric. What are these tests? Psychometric
Psychometric
tests
tests. Yeah.
before
Psychometric.
we hire you. You're a star. We get it. There. But dog, we wanna see what type of person are you, bro? Are you a
Are you
soft
willing to
guy?
use a baseball bat?
Yeah, bro. We need guys.
Without asking questions.
Yeah, dude. We need a bit of aggression, dog. We need guys we need, like, you see Tony. Tony will tell these
We
guys
don't
shit.
have,
Nah,
besides
but I think Tony is
Bruno
going to
yelling at
Arsenal.
people, we don't have any players who show any aggression.
Yeah,
Okay,
we do.
Martinez. But
Yeah,
like
Let's if he's
none.
available.
Exactly.
yeah,
Because
Our
it's
players
quite
get
difficult
pushed
doing
and
that
then
in.
it's like just look push back and then they shake hands after that.
you
Someone
see,
pushes
Yeah,
Roy
but
Keane, Roy Keane's not shaking their hands.
yeah,
John
bro.
Terry's not
It's
shaking their
not.
hands.
We need that, bro. We need
but I think
we need that
Tony is going to
that
Arsenal.
image.
And Arsenal, they need to break the bank for him
Mm, 100%.
Personally, I don't
because
see a big six club going near Tony just because of the whole gambling thing hanging over his
in
head.
fact, I'm at the point I wouldn't mind him. I'm not a top
Yeah,
six
I
me
mean,
too.
thing,
yeah.
so
Look,
I s-
anyone is
glad
better
glad I
than
said that
Nicolas
before you
Jackson.
did. But
Same here,
I
bro.
wouldn't honestly, because he
Yeah,
comes
I
in as a
wouldn't mind
starter.
it.
Yeah, 100%. And he'll fit.
Uh,
He'll fit in with, well, if
Nah,
Poch
he
stays,
comes in
he'll
as a
fit in.
starter on my team.
He
Hmm.
does. He did at every team besides City, bro. In my opinion, bro, because he can hold the ball up. Very good at
Yeah.
holding up the ball. Very, very,
He can
very
hit the
good.
ball. He's got a
He
shot
can,
in him.
and he can finish.
Skillful
And he
And he
can
can
penalties
take
finish.
free
also.
kicks. And he
He
can
He
can
can
take
take
free
take
free
kicks.
kicks
He's
and
got a
free
very
kicks.
heads.
long shot on him as well.
Hmm?
Yeah.
And most importantly, he has positional awareness as a striker.
Thank you.
Which
Nah, I
in the
think
100%.
Premier
the
League, there are so many strikers who don't have it, but they still score goals. But then you look
nah, I
at
think
players like Holland who scored, but just
Hey,
doesn't know.
not too
the
sure.
most important thing is that he won't fuck up and gamble again.
Yeah, he
I
won't. He
hope
won't. He
not.
won't.
I mean, I
Yeah,
hope
you
not
just
for
tell
his
him, G.
career.
Nah, you just
You
put
do
it in his
that.
contract.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think even at United, I think Tony would thrive at United personally. I think he'd do
Mm.
well. Yeah, he'll do it. He'll do well, bro, because
And
of that, of the link
what
up.
is his 40 mil now?
Yeah. Hey.
I'm paying 40 mil for, okay, maybe I'm paying 40 mil for someone like Tony, again, with this whole gambling stuff. But
Yeah.
of that quality, where are you getting that quality in Europe for 40
For
million?
that
You're not.
cut
Yeah,
price. Hmm?
yeah, you're not. You're not. You have to go and find some random Scandinavian and hope that he ends up being good. But you're not
Well,
going to get someone that good.
that's what you did. Isn't your player scan that's
I
fine. I
don't
think
know
we
if
can close it.
is Denmark Scandinavian. I don't know. Probably. It's the Vikings, so probably.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Important
so. Yeah.
game tomorrow. We are
Yeah.
Oh, please keep this guy far away from United, bro. Please,
but we
Crizzle,
need
bro,
those TikToks,
relax.
man.
please.
Come, let him
Oh,
come. We need those TikToks.
please,
Crizzle, please,
please,
please, dog.
please,
You know,
please.
we rebuke this sort of energy. No. But anyway, yeah, CKM tomorrow. You guys play Arsenal. Are you guys gonna stop them? Do you think you guys are gonna prevent them
Well,
from
bad
winning the
news
title?
coming out. Bad news are coming out that Palmer is injured.
Ooh,
Yep. And Gusto.
Yeah, and Gusto,
Thomas Sick
ooh.
and
and
those are
Gusto is injured.
and those are our best players.
Mm.
So
Hey,
let's chat tomorrow. Let's chat tomorrow when
yeah,
because
yeah, with
if both are not available, we're in trouble.
yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for availing yourselves. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Help a brother up. This is Sleazy Sport, and we out. Peace.